Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. Last week, I had some visitors to my LEGO city, as I often do, but one little girl took particular interest to my 90s space sub-themes under the city. She wanted to know how they worked and which ones she could fly around the basement. A little nervous, I reluctantly gave her permission to play with some of the smaller vehicles. She joyfully picked up one of the UFO ships and flew it around the basement, making rocket noises that reminded me so much of my own childhood because I did the exact same thing. After she left, I was tidying up a few things, and I looked at the display of these very old space themes. I smiled and reminisced at the amazing time I had had with them and all the epic space battles my friends and I had. It made me wonder what it would be like to grow up with LEGO now. Themes like this are not really made anymore. Would I have had just as much fun with the sets available today as I did during my own childhood? Or would I find my imagination hindered by the massive number of licensed products we see today? To help me answer this question, I will explain the reason why I think we will never see these unique original ideas like Blacktron or Mtron space themes ever again. Back in 1999, the LEGO Group made a breakthrough to license Star Wars characters and vehicles. Since the closing of that deal, LEGO has sold hundreds of millions of Star Wars LEGO sets and negotiated a new deal back in 2012 that would allow them to produce Star Wars themed products until 2022. On the heels of the Star Wars success, LEGO smartly committed itself to obtaining licensing arrangements with established brands such as Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, DC, Marvel, Disney, and many, many others. The move paid off as the LEGO Group has constantly seen profits in the billions of dollars in recent years. This all seems like a win-win. LEGO makes a lot of money, and we get amazing LEGO sets with our favorite characters from our favorite movies and shows. But this all comes at a cost. I never thought I'd see creative destruction with LEGO, but here we are. As licensed themes become more and more popular, original ideas become less so. Obtaining intellectual property has really become the backbone of the LEGO Group's production. They are laser focused on these products and are always seeking to find more of them to produce. Now, one example that I was really thrilled about was when they licensed Ghostbusters. The Firehouse is one of my favorite LEGO sets. But what I don't see anymore, or at least very few of, is original ideas directly from the LEGO Group. Ideas like Vikings, Space, Wild West, Castle, Rock Raiders, and so many more. Now, don't get me wrong, LEGO has certainly tried. For example, I complain that space themes are dead, but they did try with Life on Mars back in 2001, and again with another Space Police theme in 2009. They did okay, but LEGO had them out as standalone themes with no other sub-themes to really help promote the fun. I mean, who wants a massive Space Police flagship with no real massive opposing force? It just came with riffraff. So I think it's safe to say that when it comes to original ideas, LEGO has passed that creative process to its fans. That's right, we now have some power to influence what LEGO sets come out next. LEGO Ideas has been a massive success in getting fan ideas to become a reality. We also have crowdfunding available on Bricklink, where LEGO will produce limited quantities of fan-designed sets based on how many we pre-order. As great as this is, it still misses the mark for me. All ideas are still reviewed by a committee from the LEGO Group, and in many cases they choose projects that don't really appeal to me personally. And even if they do, they're one-off sets, no full-on themes where there are several options of large, medium, and small sets from the theme. Now, the Pirates of Barracuda Bay was a fantastic pirate ship, but I wanted more. I wanted an Imperial ship. I wanted an Imperial base as opposition to these pirates. Now, many will say to me that I just need to make more MOCs. I agree, and I do. So let me get back to my point. And that is, what about kids today? What is their experience with LEGO now that we are overflowing with all kinds of licensed products? All I can say is they better be fans of one of the major movie franchises, or they may not get interested in LEGO at all. Now, on top of that, we can expect to pay a premium for these licensed products. LEGO was never cheap to begin with, so this just adds to the pain to our pocketbooks. Now, I may be comparing apples to oranges here, but I just do not see how my teenage self would have had the same experience if I was a teenager today. Now, there's a very good argument that maybe it would be better. I don't know. I'm sure I would still love LEGO and I would still collect as much as I could, but affordability would definitely be a major obstacle. And it is possible my imagination would be somewhat restricted with the very specific source material from the various licensed intellectual properties. Of course, these are just my thoughts. I know LEGO tries very hard to produce appealing products to all age groups. I mean, the amount of LEGO products available today greatly outnumber those available back in the 90s when I was collecting as a teenager. My hope is that our young people can continue to be inspired to build amazing things driven from their own imagination without relying on a script. Thanks for taking the time to listen. Please let me know your thoughts on the use of intellectual property in LEGO sets. Do you feel that the LEGO Group has found a good balance with intellectual property, or do you feel that they have pushed too hard in one direction? In any case, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.